Hello and welcome to the Evo India YouTube channel and welcome to the 2025 Bharat Mobility Global Expo. Behind me are the 4 new Hero products that have been launched today. Come and I will tell you everything you need to know about all 4 of these. We'll start with this, the new Xoom 125. Now this is the all-new Xoom 125, first previewed at the 2023 EICMA. It's finally become a production reality, and one of the first standout features that you will notice about this, despite it being a 125cc, are these 14-inch wheels. Now this has a 14-inch wheel with a 110 section front tire, and if you come to the rear, it has a 120 section rear tire. Now coming to the engine, this uses a 125cc air-cooled engine which makes 9.8 bhp and 10 Newton meters of torque. Now the overall scooter layout is very similar to that of the Xoom 110. So you have this handlebar, this screen that's integrated right into the handlebar, and these funky off contrasting colors. Now the front apron, you have 2 cubby holes over here. Now if I were to, before I open it, let's just check out the instrument cluster. It's very similar to that of the Xoom 110. Now if I open this, you have this boot which doesn't look fairly large in all my opinion, but what it is like to live with is something we can tell you once we ride the scooter. Now this does have an external fuel filler which gives you access to a 5-liter fuel tank. Now in terms of dimensions, sorry, this handlebar just keeps moving. You have a 777 mm seat height. You have 164 mm of ground clearance. This weighs 121 kilos. Curb. It also gets the Smart Connect features that you come to expect from heroes of this day and age. In terms of price, this starts at rupees 87,000 ex showroom. Next up, we have this, the Xoom 160, again a much awaited product from Hero. Now this is Hero's first maxi scooter. It's also Hero's first scooter that has a liquid cooled engine, a 160cc liquid cooled engine to be specific. Now in terms of outputs, you get 14.6 bhp and 14 Newton meters of torque. And again, this is a maxi scooter which has a very rugged adventure style look. Now to that end, you get 14-inch wheels on both ends, a 140 section block pattern rear tire, a 120 section block pattern front tire. You have this tunnel sort of thing in the middle, very similar to the maxi scooter experience you've experienced elsewhere, particularly the Yamaha Aerox 155. Now the fuel filler cap is over here, and that gives you access to a 7-liter fuel tank. Now in terms of the seat height, because this is riding on block pattern tires and the profiles of the tires are slightly higher, I'm assuming that's why the seat height of this is 10 mm more than that at 787 mm, and you have a ground clearance of 155 mm. In terms of curb weight, this tips the scale at 142 kilos. Now again, if you come here, you have a nice handlebar. Independent of the cluster is very similar to that on the Xoom 125. You also have a keyless ignition setup. I think I've locked it, but basically it is keyless. That is the Xoom 160, and prices for this start at rupees 1.48 lakh ex showroom. There's only one variant available, but there are 4 colors to choose from. And then we have the Xtreme 250R showcased at last year's EICMA show. Now this debuts an all-new 250cc engine. This is liquid cooled with dual overhead camshafts. In terms of power, it's good for around 29 bhp and 25 Newton meters of torque. It's mated to a 6-speed gearbox and a slip and assist clutch. Now in terms of the chassis componentry, you get a Trelli frame, and in terms of suspension, you get dual cartridge 43 mm upside down forks at the front and a 6-stage preload adjustable monoshock at the rear. Now you have chunky 150 section rear tires and a chunky 110 section front tire. Now the overall design of this motorcycle is one that's very aggressive, very naked street fighter. Now if you look at the instrument cluster, it's very similar to that of the Charisma XMR 210. Now in terms of features, you get your connectivity features. Of course, you have these switch cubes to control all of that. You also have switchable ABS at the rear, and Hero claims that this is the fastest 250cc in the segment. Whether or not that's true, we will verify after we ride it. But this can be yours for rupees 1.79 lakh ex showroom. What do you think about it? Let us know in the comment section down below. And finally, we have the XPulse 210. As you can see, that is the star of the show. Everyone is hogging the XPulse 210. But behind all of them is the XPulse 210. It has that new 210cc liquid cooled engine from the Charisma. It's good for around 25 bhp of power and 20 odd Newton meters of torque. You have a 21-inch front wheel with 210 mm of wheel travel courtesy of the suspension. You have an 18-inch rear wheel with a monoshock that enables around 205 mm of wheel travel. And then If you look at the ground clearance, you have around 220 mm of that. Now the seat height has gone up to 830 mm, but you do have this nice scoop, and because the bike is narrow, you should be able to get your feet down very comfortably. Now if you come to the screen, you can see this is the Pro variant because it gets the color TFT screen and the ABS modes are adjustable as well. Now prices for this start at rupees 1.76 lakh ex showroom, and that's the 4 bikes at the Hero Pavilion. Which one is your favorite and which one are you going to be spending your money on? Let us know in the comment section down below. As far as bookings are concerned, bookings start in February and deliveries are slated to begin in March of 2025. So, which one's your favorite? Let us know in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you for watching.
Papi, yo me siento acelerar, siento que perdí la noción.